Hello, everybody. It's Ryan from Pi Records, and I'm here with Waves of Steele. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Ryan?
Very good, very good. Excited to have you on. Why don't you start by introducing yourself and what instrument you play?
Well, I'm Tyler Steele. Started the band back in 2019, Waves of Steele. We started here in the Antelope Valley area in Palmdale, California, about an hour north of Los Angeles. Um, I'm sorry, I didn't get the first part of the question.
Oh, I just wanted you to introduce yourself and what instrument you play.
Oh yeah, so I play lead guitar. Uh, I've been playing about 20 years. I started 7 years old. I used to go see my cousin play all the time and decided to do something for myself. So here
Awesome.
we are.
When did you start getting into surf music?
That was literally my first love. Like when I heard Scalped by Dick Dale when I was like 6 or 7, I was like, what is this? And it was history after that. It was amazing. Ever
Awesome.
since I was 6 or 7 years old, that's just been my long love.
So I
So,
was I was listening to some of your live videos on Facebook, and I noticed you range anywhere from traditional surf to like exotica. Is that correct?
kind of, sort of. I mean, like most of our stuff is covers as I'm writing, in the process right now, but it's I mostly traditional and I try to add a little edge to it, a little modernness, to try to fit in with this new crowd, that we see nowadays. So
Yeah,
just trying to find the identity,
yeah, yeah.
what sticks,
So
so
so you started in 2019. What were you doing before that, as far as band wise?
I was a roadie for many bands local here in the AV. I was working with Jacob Nelson and the Tone Wranglers. I was their guitar tech. They used to play at the fairgrounds all the time and rodeos and stuff like that. So that's mostly what I was doing throughout high school and stuff,
Okay.
and other
Uh,
local bands as well.
so how did you assemble the band? Like, did you guys go to were you friends for a long time and then decided, from your
Oh yeah.
experiences in the scene?
Well, our original drummer, Dave Demeet, we call him. I used to roadie with him. I used to set up his drums all the time. He used to play all these cover bands, locally, and we always talked about it. And he was my go-to. Like he's the one that really got me into the surf stuff, and I discovered like a lot of the European bands through him. And so we just talked about it for years. And then my bass player, he was in this rockabilly band called Hot Rod Rebels. And so one of his guitar players moved to Michigan, so we decided, hey, we want to do a surf thing. So it started with that, but shortly after, our original drummer moved to Washington, so we had to start from ground zero again. So, but we got a new guy now. His name's Ronnie Bartoli. I've known him since I was 6 or 7 years old. He was a drummer for my cousin's band for a while, and another oldies rockabilly kind of band called Route 66. So
Okay.
as a kid, 7 years old, I never would have thought I would ever play in a band with him. So it's kind of crazy how everything just meshed together like that,
Awesome.
you know.
So this will air after, but I want to ask you, are you planning on going to SG 101, being that
Oh,
you're
you
so
know it.
close? Are
Oh, you
you?
know it. I've been waiting and waiting. Well, yeah, I've been to two of them so far.
So this is what you need to do. I'll be wearing this hat at the shows. So come up
Okay.
to me and introduce yourself, and we'll have a
Oh, for
chat.
sure.
Yeah, awesome. So the writing process. How many songs do you have, and how do you present them to the band?
Oh man, it's very difficult. It's probably the hardest thing. It's like my biggest challenge, but we only have two right now. Um, our first song we wrote was called Defender Stomp, and I'm in this car club called the Defenders. I'm wearing their shirt right now. We was rehearsing at the hot rod shop, and we just, hey, let's try to make something, and then we got it first couple tries within like a half hour. So it was just simple little thing. And then our second song I wrote like 2 months ago called Desert Wind, which is on YouTube. We played it at our last show. That one I was just doing like live streams, like just, recording little ideas. And then I just, oh, this sounds cool. Let's try to make something of that. So I just talked to the guys, what can we do with the bridge? And they're the ones that kind of came up with a little idea for that. So it's pretty cool. It's difficult though. Like I'm at home, I don't have any drums or anything to kind of make a loop to figure something out. So
Yeah.
I really gotta think about what I'm doing. It's really hard, but so far so good.
So, where are you playing just in Palmdale right now? Did you get some shows in LA around the area?
We started out in Palmdale. We played a couple car shows here, and then Jeff Hansen offered us a spot at Winter Surf Fest back in 2020. So that was probably the coolest gig I've ever played in my life. It was just so
Awesome.
fun. And then we are playing. Yeah, we did that once, and then we played in Santa Clarita like a month ago. Just trying to branch out a little bit here and there, just get our feet wet. We also on the bill for the Surfing Sundays in
Oh,
September.
awesome.
So we'll be playing there September 11th at the pier in Huntington Beach. So we're
Excellent.
super stoked for that.
So you got good ties to Jeff Hansen, who gets you shows
Yeah,
in
he's a good guy. He's
Yeah,
a good
totally.
guy. Yeah.
Totally. So what kind of gear are you playing right now?
My rig is a Blackface twin reverb with a reissue reverb tank. And my pedal board, I just got a bunch of little gadgets that I never use. Just once in a while, just to freak somebody out. Like, what's that? So
what can you tell people or viewers about your band that makes you stand out?
our high energy stage presence for sure. For
Awesome.
sure. I usually don't move around too much, but everybody tells me about my big haired bass player that just
Yes.
he gets the crowd going like it's nuts. It's pretty cool. So I don't have to do a whole lot.
He
Not a
looks like
lot.
he's totally into it.
Yeah. He's my guy. He's my partner in crime. He gets everybody interested. So I
That's
love that.
awesome. I do suggest people go check out their Facebook page and check out these videos because that guy's crazy. And he looks like he's having such a good time up there.
Oh yeah, it's a blast. I've known him, my bass player, since I was a little kid. Everybody's watching me grow up with these guys, so it's really cool. Really cool.
Awesome. Before we go, I want to give you the chance to say anything or mention anything that I haven't asked. Is there anything you'd like to talk about?
Well, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Waves of Steele with 3 E's like the last name. And if anybody wants some merchandise, I got a coffee mug here, Waves of Steele. wavesofsteel.threadless.com is where you could find our merch website. I'm slowly adding new products, but we have a bunch of stuff on there. So
Awesome. And you can
cool.
find links in the description to Waves of Steel merch and their Facebook page, which has a lot of their videos. And if you're interested in anything I do in the podcast, all the equipment I use, the links are in the description. And also, if you want Pie Records merch, the link is in the description. So I suggest you check out definitely Waves of Steel Facebook page because they got some really great videos, good quality, and you got to see that bass player play.
And on YouTube too.
Okay, great, on YouTube.
Our song Desert Wind is on YouTube. We just posted it like a week ago from our last show at the Hocock Brewery. So that's a cool one to check out.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tyler.
No problem, man. It was an honor. Appreciate it.